Hey guys, welcome to my channel Easy Paintings by Ishita. Today's painting is inspired by a wonderful photograph clicked by Mr. Roy L. Herron, whom I found on one of the Facebook groups, and with his due permission we'll go ahead and give this a try. So for that I'll be explaining you all the step-by-step instructions that you can follow and achieve this look. So let's quickly check the things we need. So I'm using a Meliang palette which is available on Amazon US for this. This is a student grade palette. Please choose whatever you have. With that, I'll be using a 440 GSM watercolor handmade paper. This is from the brand Chitrapat in India. And with that, I'll be using a white gel pen today, couple of mop brushes, maybe a Princeton long round brush, and maybe a liner brush. We'll see what we need. And I have already sketched out the painting that we will be doing. So the basic thing we need to know is we have to do each element of this painting one by one. So we will start painting the rocks first and then proceed to the final bit, which is the snake. So let's quickly go ahead and apply some water. And with that, we will be painting the rocks wet on wet. So I'm mixing some blue and black, and we will lay down a flat wash. I'm leaving some space here for the snake's tongue, but my first rock is done. For the blemishes or for textures, I'm applying some black onto it. And immediately as it is still wet, we will be picking up some colors here and there with the help of a tissue paper. So repeat these steps for some cool looking textures. You can also apply some salt if you wish. And today I am aiming at few different color of rocks, like some greenish blue, some gray, along with that some yellow ochre with some burnt sienna. So all different colored rocks. Also friends, I do have another tutorial for a red pepper, which is also inspired by Mr. Roy Herron's photograph. I will link it on the top on the I button. You can go ahead and have a look on that as well. That's a brilliant click, and I'm so happy that I was able to achieve a good painting of that. So friends, if this is the very first time you are trying out to paint a rock, I would have you practice some rocks before you do it on the final painting, so that you will get a hang of it, how you have to do it quickly, wet on wet, with picking up with your tissues. So my rocks are almost done, and once that dries, we will go ahead and proceed towards coloring our snake. So for the snake, I am mixing 3 different batches of color. The first will be phthalo green with some lime green for that dark tone. The second is lime green, just one color, and the third batch will be lime green plus some lime yellow. So these are the 3 colors we'll be using. So I'm wetting the snake first, as we would like to have a smooth transition wet on wet. So let's wet this first. And then with the phthalo green combination lime green, we will go ahead and paint the topmost part. Now the second layer of just lime green, and now the yellowish green at the very bottom, but we will try to keep the very bottom of the snake pretty whitish. And now with some gray color, I'll apply the shadows. So the shadows would be at the bottom part of the snake along with the jawline. Here my gray is pretty dark. I'll be lifting up some colors with the help of my dry paintbrush. and now it is pretty white. That is exactly what I'm aiming for. So now I have mixed up some crimson red, and I'll quickly make the tongue. Here I am also mixing some black to darken the layer. And here, due to the wet green, my crimson red has spread it, which I picked it up with the help of a tissue paper, and we will correct this part later. So I'm applying black now. Now I'm again mixing some phthalo green with some lime green to darken our snake. So as this first layer is still wet, I am going and putting in some lime green, and we will try to blend this very nicely because we don't want the phthalo green to show up very bright. I'm lifting up some colors here. So my colors are dry now, and with the help of black, I am making the eyes. So here I'm using a long round brush, which is a very pointy tip. Please make sure your tip of your paintbrush is very pointy for this. And the nose. And now the jawline along with the scales. So this part I'm putting in some green, some yellow and some black. It has become very dark. Later I'll be lifting up some colors, and with that I'll quickly make the scales now. So friend, this part looks to be very dark black. Don't worry, we will apply one more layer and this black will vanish beautifully. So our scales are now done. Now let's go ahead and quickly make the shadow of the snake on the rocks. And here I'm just using plain black color. So the shadows are now done, and you can see a space below the chin area of the snake that looks like white, but that's not white. That's also a rock which is gray in color, very light gray. And now, as I said before, we will apply one more lime green shade layer on our snake, and that will just take care of the black scales and it will dilute it, and this will look very natural and nice. And as I applied that green layer with a help of a tissue paper, I'm just lifting some color on the very top center so that it gives a reflection of glossiness. And now with the help of a white gel pen, we will finally be applying the highlights, which is on the eye, around the eye area and on the bridge of the nose, along with a few shines here and there on the scales of the snake. So I applied it around the tongue as well and around the top part for the glossy sheen on the snake. And the last bit to complete this painting we'll do is apply some dry brush technique on our rocks. So guys, that is it. We are almost done with our painting. I hope it was very easy for you all to follow. If you make this, do tag me on Instagram at Easy Paintings by Ishita. Would love to see it. And guys, there are very few paintings that come on YouTube due to the time it takes to record. For my daily work and paintings, do connect with me on Instagram at Easy Paintings by Ishita. I would love to see and exchange thoughts with y'all. So friends, thank you very much for watching the tutorial today. Please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, also commenting under with if there's anything you would like me to change, and connect with me on Instagram at Easy Paintings by Ishita. Have a lovely day guys. Bye bye.